The deaf girl had just put on her hearing aid when she terrifiedly heard on the news. A few days ago, there was an incident in their neighborhood where a criminal had broken into the home of a young girl living alone to frame her, and the criminal had still not been caught. The police had repeatedly reminded women living alone to be extra cautious about their safety. Hearing this, the deaf girl was scared out of her mind because she too was a girl living alone. After picking up her package, the girl hurried home, but when she got to the door, she noticed that someone was following her. Terrified, the girl quickly opened the door and ran inside. When she turned on the living room light, she discovered that the light bulb was broken again due to a short circuit. She had no choice but to quickly turn on the living room table lamp. When she saw the cat in front of her, she picked it up and began to pet it. At that moment, her nervousness was somewhat relieved, but in the next second, she heard a spine-chilling sentence.
这小聋子可算是回来了。
The deaf girl almost lost her soul from fear, but then, gathering her courage, she looked around. She saw no one. She comforted herself, thinking that it was probably the thunder and lightning outside that had caused her to mishear. So, she went to her bedroom to grab some clothes and planned to take a hot shower. But while the deaf girl was showering, there was another noise from the living room.
这小聋子听不到人说话，这下可有的玩了。
When the deaf girl finished her shower, she found a footprint on the floor. She hurriedly compared it with her own foot. She discovered that the footprint was much larger than hers. It was clearly a man's footprint. At that moment, the deaf girl collapsed in fear. Was the criminal hiding in her house? She peeked into the living room, but still, no one was there. Just as she was about to flee,
你该不会想跑吧？
she realized that the criminal knew she was deaf, but he hadn't expected that she would be wearing her hearing aid today. That's when she heard the criminal talking to himself. The deaf girl thought that if she tried to run out, the criminal would catch her right away. So, she pretended to stay calm and started looking for the cat. That's when she noticed that the teddy bear had moved. She suspected that the criminal was probably hiding inside the teddy bear. She stood up and secretly turned to look at the teddy bear. Finally, she saw the criminal's finger sticking out of the teddy bear. Then the girl pretended to stay calm and started playing with her phone. In reality, she was secretly calling the police, but the police told her that due to the storm, the traffic was very congested. It would take about 30 minutes for them to get to her. When the girl heard this, she felt desperate. She feared that the criminal would attack her at any moment and wouldn't wait for those 30 minutes.